marriage that lacks vulnerability, lacks faith in each other. Vulnerability in marriage means a partner telling the spouse, something is heavy in my mind, but you are the only one trusted enough to tell it to. Spouse, trust me. Until you and your partner embraces vulnerability in your marriage, you will have no idea how much impact it will make in your union. Until you truly understand what a marital relationship is, with the light of what Jesus described it as a relationship between the church and Christ. And now pair it in the light of what Jesus said we should come to him just as the way we are, which speaks of vulnerability, then you will understand that you can't build intimacy in your relationship, mostly marital relationship, without vulnerability. Yes, I totally understand that opening up to someone, regardless he or she is a partner, is not an easy thing to do because of the fear of, if he or she knows your insecurity, your fears, your doubts, and your pain, they may reject you or they may use it against you. I totally get you. I totally understand. That fear is mutual. That concern is mutual. On the other hand, have you looked at the platform of vulnerability as one that allows you to lay down those fears, to lay down those insecurities, to lay down those doubts, to lay down those pains to your spouse, giving them the chance to share it with you, and at the same time share their strengths with you in those areas of your weakness, your insecurity, your fears, your doubts, the pain you have been harboring on within you for some period of time. Every healthy partner understands when and how to fill in the space for each other, when to complement each other, when to stand in for each other. This is why Jesus said that we should come to him just as you are and lay down all of your burden at his feet, because he is a trusted friend. Are you seeing a trusted friend in your partner? Because this is where it all went wrong. This is where it all matters. This is where it all begins. Can you see a friend in that man you married? Can you see a friend in that woman you married? A friend you can share the totality of you with, because marriage is a long time journey. Then the question is, how can you embark on this journey with somebody you cannot completely and boldly call a friend? This is where the problem is found. Hear me. Who you marry will determine how easy it's gonna be for you to widely apply the principles required for a healthy marriage, for a blissful marriage. The foundation of your marriage determines how every other thing functions thereof. My dear spouse, hear me. When you are not intentional about whom you marry, you will see yourself on a daily basis struggling on how to apply the right thing in your marriage, on how to apply the right principles required for a blissful union. I understand that personal pressures from families, pressures from friends, pressures from society at large is forcing many into marriage without paying attention to the vital requirements for whom they spend their life on this marital journey with. I get that clear. Because the moment you give in to all these pressures, what matters to you is just about settling down, about going into marriages with someone without paying attention if both of you are compatible enough, if both of you can build a blissful home together, it can make impact in each other's life. Because who you marry is not just about building a home together. It's about making impact in each other. It's about standing by each other. It's about helping each other to become the totality of whom God has prepared you to be. Your career is at stake, purpose is at stake, your business is at stake. In fact, everything about you is at stake on the platform of who you chooses to marry. Your career can fail, your gift can die, your skills can die, your talent can pause. It's not just about raising kids. It's about who you are. It's about who you are called to be. It's about your destiny. Then if you have this comprehensive understanding, how then can you embark on this journey with somebody you cannot look at and call a friend? Marriage is beyond raising kids. It's the totality of who you are that you are laying at the platform of marriage. If you can't marry somebody you will be vulnerable enough with, what are you going to do in that marriage? It becomes a struggle. This is why in our society today, marriage has become more of a struggle than a platform where we build together in joy, in unity, in understanding, in openness. It's more of a struggle. It's now more of the survival of the fittest. For a relationship that is meant for a lifetime, it is better to remain single than to marry somebody who is not compatible with you. My dear spouse, my dear singles, vulnerability is the only platform your partner gets to know you, knowing both your weakness and knowing your strength. In every marital relationship, that your partner cannot differentiate these two things about you, it lacks vulnerability. Your spouse's knowledge about you helps them to know how best to step in and help you in the days of your weakness mostly. Please allow your partners to know your strengths through your weakness. Many partners went into marriages with a lot of secrets from their past. I have always said that every story about your past that will have something to do with your marriage in the present, please open up to your partner before that marriage. Hear this again. Every story from your past that will have something to do with your marriage in the present, please intentionally open up to your spouse before going into that marriage. If the man or woman finds what is looking for in a spouse enough in you, he or she would want to build a home with you regardless. The fear of rejection when our partner knows about our past have made many conceal a lot of secrets that they even know will hamper that relationship if eventually their partner finds out. Listen, the pain of a broken trust is worse than the pain of vulnerability. Vulnerability is the glue that bonds spouses together. Vulnerability is the platform that breeds intimacy in every relationship, but mostly marital relationship. Vulnerability is the platform that allows you to handle misunderstanding, which is unavoidable in every marriage in a healthy way, because you both have come to understand yourself to a certain degree. So it helps so much on how you can easily, healthily, and amicably resolve every misunderstanding that comes into your union on a daily basis. Above all, vulnerability means that you trusted that partner enough to share your life with them. Hear this. Every marriage that lacks vulnerability lacks faith in each other. Stay blessed.